decision.
90.3 The Rock, WUTK, live in studio and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. Hello, my name is Benny, and thanks for tuning in. You can check out UTTV, The Rock Unplugged, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Channel 194 on the Comcast Digital Package, Channel 65 on the UT campus, and that's what you're watching right now. And you're listening to it live on 90.3 The Rock, and you just heard Karnak right there from the excellent CD. Kicks off the CD from Outformation called Traveler's Rest, their latest CD that was released almost a year ago now, back in August of 2007, and one that we've been proud to play, and played Tennessee Before Daylight, the record before that, in fact. And we are so happy that Outformation is back in town this evening. In the studio right now is Mr. Sam Holt and Jeff Bird Dog Lane. Guys, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Welcome back to Knoxville. You know, before we go any further, what we better do, especially if they're listening, is you better go ahead and tell who else isn't here, who else is going to be on stage and in the band tonight with Sundown in the City, so that we don't want to leave those guys out, man.
No, we got Grady Upchurch on the bass guitar, and he sings some. And then we got Lee Schwartz on drums and vocals. And our keyboard player, Mr. C.R. Groover. That is his real name, Groover.
Groover. And he is a groover. I'm sure, man. You guys must be excited about tonight.
Oh, real excited. Get to come down, play downtown Knoxville outside in the beautiful weather. Man, it's gonna be fun.
Big holiday weekend, so folks ready to let their hair down.
It's on.
Yeah, and this is my hometown. I was born and raised here, so
that's right.
It's just a big honor to be back here.
Jeff Bird Dog Lane, who, by the way, has a brick with his name on it about 100 yards away on Gay Street, right?
Yes, on the stage since I was 10 years old. In the revamping of Knoxville, you could buy a brick with your name on it. My Uncle Bill bought it for me, and I actually found it last year. I've been looking for it for years, and it's right near the stage. It's incredible.
That's some cool karma right there, man. Definitely. That's a very cool thing. Well, welcome home, man. Welcome home, Bird Dog. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Hometown crowd, I guess, in front of you, and a lot of folks already, especially those two post widespread shows you guys did at the Grotto. Gosh, that's been about a year, last spring, a year ago this spring, which were successful shows and a lot of fun and a lot of energy coming from those shows that I know you guys were ready to capitalize on with our last show that, like I said, unfortunately got canceled. But now you're back. You're here for Sundown in the City. It's going to be a great night tonight as Outformation will be going on probably about 7 o'clock or so. Is that right? Is that what they've told you?
Yeah, I believe 7-ish, and we'll probably play about 75 minutes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then Wild Magnolias, who, man, that's going to be fun.
Our keyboard player, CR, lives in New Orleans, so he's real psyched to see them, too.
Yeah.
It should be a spectacle.
Yeah, they played Bonnaroo last year, I think, and like I said, if you're a fan of the Nevilles or Meters or any of that New Orleans funk and want to get your Mardi Gras on July 4th weekend, it'll be happening down at Sundown in the City tonight. We've got Sam and Bird Dog from Outformation in studio here at 90.3 The Rock and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. Guitar in hand, percussion ready. How about a song for us? What you going to do?
Yeah, this tune's it's on Tennessee Before Daylight, first record. It's called Game On.
Great, man. Outformation live in studio, 90.3 The Rock and UTTV, The Rock Unplugged.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your heart out on your strings. Sometimes act like you don't know. Be a slave to your creation. Sometimes yes and sometimes no. Only nervous in your hometown. Andy Griffith on TV. We'll race each other with our guitars and change the channel just to see. Just see. But I was kind of burned from everyone's excuses, and that crowd is always so game on, and the spigot is almost wide, Mystic secrets come in pairs. Right old glory when you must. Back to the cave of the Yogi Bear. Assemble the dots and flip the script. Connect the lines drawn in between. A dozen notes could feel so first time. With thoughts that sometimes can be seen. Yeah, they can be seen. But I was kind of burned from everyone's excuses. That crowd is always so game on. And the spigot is almost wide. And the world fell down that day you were gone. But I was kind of burned from everyone's excuses. That crowd is always so game on. And the spigot is almost wide. And the world fell down that day you were gone. You know, and everything is simple except what I'm supposed to do. That crowd is always so game on. And the spigot is almost wide. World fell down that day you were gone.
Very cool stuff. Live in studio and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. Outformation, or at least Sam and Bird Dog from the band. The rest of the guys going to be on the Sundown stage along with these two fellows tonight at Sundown in the city. And we are so happy to have them back in town. They've been out and about touring. And by the way, thanks to Andrea, who does a great job. Good to have on your team, guys. I guess you know that, though.
She's a secret weapon.
Absolutely, man. Every band needs one. You guys have been pretty busy. We've talked, and we will talk a little bit about some projects you've got this fall. But you know, I was looking a little bit of your tour itinerary. You got some cool stuff coming up. But you know, it must be a real pain to have to go play Windjammers in the Isle of Palms in South Carolina this time of year.
Especially for 2 nights. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's
we
just got to be
We can
tough.
leave all our stuff set up. It's awful.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, I had to go swimming in the waves like right before I sound checked my equipment. So you know that was a real pain.
Tough job. Somebody's got to do it. So that's got to be a lot of fun. And then just recently as well, there's that Skinnerd connection. You guys actually, there's a club in Jacksonville, Florida called Freebird Live. And there is a Skinnerd connection somewhere, right? With the family or something of the other?
Ronnie Van Zant's widow runs the place, I guess owns it.
Wow.
And her son, who she had by another marriage, was in the band that supported us, Inca Maya.
Uh-huh.
So it was cool. I mean, there's a lot of cool pictures, memorabilia down there, and it's a really good club. I mean, it's about a 600, 700 capacity, but it's set up really nice, great PA, great lights. They really care, you know, and it shows. It's a really cool club.
I mean, if you got the name Freebird Live as the name of your club, you know,
it's a happening little place down there for sure.
And you know, if a relative of a musician, much less of Ronnie Van Zant, the late great, opens up a club, it's going to sound good.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll take care of the musicians. So.
And you better be bringing your A game when you come in there.
Oh, I guarantee it. Well, do many people cover Freebird when they go in there, I wonder? I'm sure it gets yelled out every now and then.
We play one Skinnerd song sometimes, and we're probably not going to play it that night.
I bet, man. I bet.
Yeah.
That's kind of hallowed ground there.
Yeah.
But you got something coming up here in about another week that, man, I just hear nothing but great things and have for years about this little festival up in West Virginia called All Good.
I've been there once, not as a musician, but just as a patron, I suppose. And it was really cool. We're excited to be there this year. We're on the big stage, and we play somewhat early in the day. And then, yeah, man, it's going to be cool. It's a week from Saturday. It's the 12th, I believe.
Yep, absolutely. It's. I've heard nothing but great things about that festival, about the vibes, the area where they have it, of course, the band lineup, and that's going to be a lot of fun up in West Virginia. But again, tonight, the big show is Sundown in the City. These guys still touring, I guess you could say, on Traveler's Rest that was released last August. Excellent record, one that we've been proud to play, one where you guys had the chance to work. I was talking with Andrea in here with one of the sweetest guys in the freaking business, and that's Mickey Raphael, the guy who plays harp. You've seen him forever in Willie Nelson and the Family Band. And a guy you got to work with, and I'm sure was a good time, and what a great guy. I mean, does it get any better than that guy, you know, and as far as musicians and people go?
Not really. We met him at Warren Haynes' Christmas Jam a couple years ago, and he is just, I mean, we talked for 2 minutes, and I was like, you want to do one with us? And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. And then we got his number, and he was glad to lay down some harmonica on one of our tunes, and his tone, man, you hear it, it's
when
like,
you
wow.
hear it, you know who it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it really is. You really
his
do.
personality or whatever he brings, his spirit comes through, and that's about all you can ask for a musician. If that comes through, if you know who it is when you hear that note, man, that's the goods right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of spirit coming through, Widespread Panic coming back through town here in another about a week and a half. And a band you spent a few years with as well, Sam, right?
Yeah, I worked for those guys for about 7 years and played some with them towards the end of my tenure there. And, yeah, man, love those guys.
Yeah.
They'll come and just, I'm sure, tear the Tennessee Theater a new one when they get here.
3 nights this time around.
Yeah,
so
it'll be a scene, I'm sure, over there.
3 is a charm. Of course, like I said, Traveler's Rest, you'll have plenty of copies. You guys got some tonight, I guess, if folks want to buy them down at Sundown in the City. And
yeah, we'll have them there, and, you know, they're off. You can get links to them off our website and our MySpace, which is, you Google Outformation, you'll find all that, and it's also on iTunes,
right?
So it's readily available.
Sam and Bird Dog in studio and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged from the band Outformation, again playing Sundown in the City. Speaking of cool music, you guys this fall going to be pretty busy as well, I guess, with a DVD and a CD possibly. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, we've got a bunch of dates kicking in right now for September, so we'll be working really hard, traveling in the fall, playing a lot of dates. Going back in the studio in a few weeks right after All Good Festival up in North Carolina to record some new tracks. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with them. We're just going to get some stuff in the can and go from there. And then we got a DVD that I believe hopefully we'll get out before the end of the year. It just keeps, you know, it's there, it's ready to go. It's just a question of timing with it. And, it was recorded last year in Atlanta, and it's going to be a good one too.
Very cool. Most of you guys still call Atlanta home, I guess, right?
Yeah, most of us. Yeah. We got CR who lives in New Orleans. He's soaking up some of that flavor.
Absolutely. And very quickly, speaking of your record you're going to be working on this fall, little birdie told me Mitch Easter may have a little something to do with it. Is that right? You're going to be working with Mitch?
Well, it's his place.
Yeah.
So we're hoping he's at least come by and say hey, and then go from there. I'd love to meet the guy. You know?
Yeah, he's produced some great records in his time, and I was a big Let's Active fan years ago, and his latest record is just really good as well. So
I need to check that out.
It's really good. Good stuff. Can we get another tune out of you, man? What you going to do?
Yeah, this one's called Tennessee Before Daylight. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2.